This is the MikeDJKelly Podcast. This is the MikeKelly Podcast.
Mike Kelly.
So here we go. It's time for issue number 16 of the amazing shorter than short, shabby Mike DJ Kelly podcast show, which includes news and stories that the others leave well alone.
On this week's podcast.
Coming up, competitions, football, doctors, Izal, horse meat, statistics, cat's eyes, carrots, and a whole lot more.
This is the shorter than short Mike Kelly Podcast.
If you want to get in touch with anything to do with the podcast show, please use either of the following to contact us. Email hello@mikedjkelly.co.uk or on Twitter @MikeKellyDisco. So off we go with another banging, top-drawer, shorter than short podcast brought to you by Benetton Health. Or is it? So unlike many shows, this podcast is not brought to you by Benetton Health or anybody else. Who are Benetton Health? Well, I can tell you Benetton Health, formerly the Post Office Sanatorium Society, is a mutual society in the UK providing medical cover. Its membership consists of over 800,000 individuals and employees of corporate schemes provided by them. Benetton Health has been the shirt sponsor of York City Football Club since the 2012-13 season. Not in any way connected with BH, but what's all with the headlines about doctors not working because it's costing them too much to work in tax, following tax changes made in 2016. And this is leading to a large number of operations being cancelled. Is it a tax issue or a bed shortage? I'm sure we will be told at some point. Caught a glimpse of the Test cricket and the team were dressed in blue. It looked like a team of medics taking on the opposition. In the Women's World Cup, the ladies did well, but not so sure about all the female reporting team with their big yellow microphones. Just seemed that after all the complaints about all male broadcasting teams dominating things, it seems we're doing the same in reverse. I've no problems with female broadcasters or male broadcasters, but why not a mixture of both?
New for 2019.
My son rents a house on St Michael's Lane, very close to where a former boss of mine used to live. He had a small dog that once stopped a test match when it strayed onto the pitch many years ago.
This is the Mike Kelly Podcast.
Talking about things from years gone by, have only recently discovered why Izal toilet paper, the rough, tough, greaseproof paper like toilet roll, was like it was. Turns out that as most people still had outside loos, you needed a robust toilet paper that would not give in when the nights were cold and damp. Imagine leaving a deluxe soft toilet roll out in the damp.
Golly gosh.
Let's guess the celebrity. Who's this? Born Stephen Dimitri Georgiou in London on the 21st of July 1948. He's better known by either of his recording names than his birth name. He's an English singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, educator, philanthropist, and prominent convert to Islam. He's written some big hit songs including The First Cut Is the Deepest, Father and Son, Moonshadow, and Morning Has Broken, and had big album hits with Matthew and Son, Tea for the Tillerman, Teaser and the Firecat, and Catchbull at 4. Who is he?
This is the shorter than short Mike Kelly Podcast.
It looks like the public are going to have some say on renaming White Hart Lane Station as Tottenham Hotspur. Must be coming up to the time for school summer holidays. I noticed Morrison's and Aldi's both have their bribe a teacher gift and card ranges on display. Have to say, summer viewing schedules on TV do not offer much to watch. Whilst looking, I came across a Channel 5 show called Britain's Favourite Chocolate Bar. Bring back Lassie, Skippy, Daktari and Clarence the Cross-Eyed Lion. Someone on Twitter was saying how bad BBC One's TV show Hit List was. I watched it. Unfortunately, they were right. And talking about hits, pop pickers, here we go. Auntie Beeb is bringing back the chart show on Radio 1. The programme will be live from the BBC in Salford each Sunday from 6 until 7 p.m. The official chart, First Look, will launch on July the 14th, hosted by Sel Spellman and Katie Thistleton, focusing on the top 20 biggest tracks from data collected on Friday and Saturday, with the top 10 played in full. Just does not sound as exciting as the 70s chart countdown on a Tuesday lunchtime with Johnny Walker, when everybody would park up and have a long lunch to find out what the new number one was.
This is the Shorter Than Short Mike Kelly Podcast.
I see the Oxford Bus Company Pick Me Up service has just celebrated its birthday. I'm ahead of you here. I can hear you saying, what the flip is the Pick Me Up service? Well, Pick Me Up is an on-demand ride-sharing minibus service. Download the app and tell them where you want your journey to begin. They will pick you up from a virtual bus stop within a short walkable distance of where you are. The intelligent software works out the best way to take you and other passengers to your chosen destinations. Simply register your credit or debit card or pay via PayPal and we'll be with you in around 15 minutes. You can think of it like a carpool, only bigger, and you never have to drive yourself. It's good value and comes whenever you want it. What are the benefits? Save money. Most trips cost £3 peak or £2.50 off peak, no matter how long your journey. It's handy. They will pick you up typically within 15 minutes of your ride request. It's convenient. They will collect you from a virtual bus stop on any street in the travel zone. You won't have to walk too far to the nearest virtual bus stop, and you'll be dropped off a short walkable distance from your destination. Jealous? I am.
This is the Mike Kelly Podcast.
Yes, it's competition time, but no prizes. What is the song that these lines are from? If you think you're getting away, I'll prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way. Boy, just come along. Hear me when I say, hey. Name the song and the artist. The lines again. If you think you're getting away, I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way. Boy, just come along. Hear me when I say, hey. Name the song and the artist. Please do get in touch about anything to do with the podcast show. Please use either of the following to contact us. Email hello@MikeDJKelly.co.uk or on Twitter @MikeKellyDisco. If you follow me on Twitter or send your email details to me, you will be alerted when the new editions of the podcast are available. Alternatively, you can always get the Mike DJ Kelly Podcast by going to iTunes or Spotify and searching Mike DJ Kelly, or by following me at podbean.com, and it will message you when a new version is out.
This is the Mike Kelly Podcast.
Now, on the shabby Shorter Than Short, we like a good statistic. BP predicts that there will be 12 million electric vehicles on the road in the UK by 2040, and that whichever company gets the infrastructure for charging them in place first will be set to profit. They plan to introduce rapid chargers that would theoretically give cars a range of 100 miles after just 10 minutes of charging. Hypothetically, an hour of charging at the new points could add around 450 to 600 miles of range for an average electric car. Stats, oh stats. Still feel we were more innovative before computers came along and made stats so easy to get, create and manipulise. There used to be a lot more chancing on a good idea and give it a go or give it a try. Came across a stat about the longest duration record, that's the longest playing time, to ever make it into the UK charts. Any idea what it is?
New for 2019.
Driving down Otley Road to Headingley and quite alarmed by the sign at the side of the road, which has a red background and white writing, which says, "Cat's eyes removed." Not sure what to make of it. It's not the sort of thing you'd expect to be going on at West Park. Trying at the moment to eat a carrot a day. Yes, to be healthy and improve my vision. Some carrots are tasteless. Tends to be those I buy from the supermarkets. But if I buy them at the market or a fruit and veg shop, they taste very carroty. Why are they so different? This week's do-gooders are parkinsons.org.uk. This is the Parkinson's charity that drives better care, treatments and quality of life. Because they are here, no one has to face Parkinson's alone. Their vision and ultimate ambition is to find a cure and improve life for everyone affected by Parkinson's. The hopes and views of people affected by Parkinson's have helped us form our clear vision for the future. We believe a cure will be found by overcoming the symptoms of Parkinson's one by one. Research. We influence and fund groundbreaking research to advance the understanding of Parkinson's and improve treatments. Information. Having Parkinson's isn't easy, but they provide expert information and support to help you manage your condition. Friendship and support, they offer support and opportunities to live life to the full for everyone with Parkinson's, their families and carers. Campaigning and influencing, they raise awareness, change perceptions and work in partnership to drive better services. Find out how to help, how to get involved and how to donate at parkinsons.org.uk.
This is the Shorter Than Short Mike Kelly Podcast.
Okay, the longest song to make the charts, Blue Room, is a single by the Orb, O-R-B. It was released on the 8th of June 1992 on Big Life Records. Chart Information Network, who compiled the UK singles charts, had recently extended the permissible playing time of a chart-eligible single from 25 minutes to 40 minutes. The Orb thus decided to record a 39.57-minute version of Blue Room for a special release. The full version features a number of samples, including a small portion of the beginning of The Mysterious Traveller by The Weather Report and a damaged portion of Happy Birthday to You by Marilyn Monroe at the end. The title Blue Room is a reference to the supposed Blue Room of the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which was investigated as a possible UFO evidence holding room. Blue Room is the longest single to ever chart on the UK singles chart. It entered the chart at position 12 and peaked at number 8 the next week. In Ireland, the song reached number 28. In the United States, it peaked at number 46 on the Billboard Hot Dance Club Play chart. The Orb caused controversy by appearing on top of the pops to promote the single. Instead of performing, Alex Patterson and Chris Weston appeared without any instruments at all and instead played a sort of intergalactic chess game while holding a fluffy toy sheep. Please do get in touch about anything to do with the podcast show. Please use either of the following to contact us. Email hello@MikeDJKelly.co.uk or on Twitter @MikeKellyDisco. If you follow me on Twitter or send me your email details to me, you will be alerted when new editions of the podcast are available. Alternative, you can always get the Mike DJ Kelly podcast by going to iTunes or Spotify and searching Mike DJ Kelly, or by following me at podbean.com, and it will message you when a new version is out. Oh, and yes, the Shorter Than Short podcast website of the week is daleswalk.co.uk, which is all about walks and things to do in Yorkshire. But better than that, if you like getting involved in charity walks, it has a list of UK-wide charity walks and how you can get involved with them. Give it a go. It's daleswalks.co.uk.
Golly gosh.
What does indeterminate mean? Why do I ask? Because I came across this nugget of information. An indeterminate prison sentence doesn't have a fixed length of time. This means no date is set when the prisoner will be released. They have to spend a minimum amount of time in prison, called a tariff, before they're considered for release. At 9,441, England and Wales have the highest numbers of prisoners sentenced to indeterminate prison terms in Western Europe. The figure is said to be more than Germany, Russia, Italy, Poland, Netherlands and Scandinavia combined.
This is the Shorter Than Short Mike Kelly Podcast.
Thanks to the Daily Mirror, we can bring you this story. 6 years on from the Horsegate scandal that shook Britain and following a crackdown, shoppers should feel confident their meat is what the label says it is. But the Mirror has discovered customers are still being ripped off, with 1 in 5 products containing cheaper cuts from different animals. The Food Standards Agency collated information sent in after local authorities carried out 69 tests between June 2018 and May 2019 and found 12 items were contaminated with unspecified meat or DNA species not declared on the label. The samples were taken at businesses where mislabelling is more likely in a targeted sampling, a spokesman for the FSA said. There was ham that contained no ham, lamb doner kebabs without a trace of lamb, and pork sausages that also had lamb and beef in them. The Chartered Trading Standards Institute, David Pickering, branded the latest scandal a fraud consumers cannot see. He added, "How would you know that the ham in your sandwich is not really ham? which strategic policy advisor Sue Davis said it's very concerning if 6 years on from the horse meat scandal, consumers are still being mizzled about the meat they are eating.
This is the Mike Kelly Podcast.
If you want to get in touch with this top-rated, much-listened to podcast, please contact email at hello@MikeDJKelly.co.uk or on Twitter at MikeKellyDisco. Indeed, if you want a podcast making for your business or need any help with radio producer or presentation work, please get in touch.
This is the Shorter Than Short Mike Kelly Podcast.
Okay, time to go. Guess the celeb. Who is this? Born Stephen Dimitri Georgiou in 1948. He's an English singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, educator, philanthropist, and prominent convert to Islam. He's written some big hits, including The First Cut Is the Deepest, Father and Son, Moonshadow, and Morning Has Broken, and had big hit albums with Matthew and Son, Tea for the Tillerman, Teaser and the Firecat, and Catch Bull at 4. He is Cat Stevens or Yusuf Islam. So what was the song that contained these lines? If you think you're getting away, I will prove you wrong. Or should we go for some more recognisable lines? It's murder on the dance floor. You better not kill the groove. DJ, gonna burn this goddamn house right down. Then the song and artist, Sophie Ellis Bextor, Murder on the Dance Floor. That's all we have time for in this edition of the crazy, shorter than short, shabby podcast show. From me, Mike Kelly, take care. And remember, you can always find the podcast by searching or shouting Mike DJ Kelly Podcast.
This is the Mike Kelly Podcast.
Mike Kelly.